As we all know, physics is the most superior discipline, as it studies matter and how it moves using the scientific method.
But wait, sociology does that too. All sociological ideas are formed from observations and predictions on human behavior. They may not study matter or its movements, but their studies of human relationships and global conflict use many of the same methods.
But do you devise theories to explain what you observe? I didn't think so.
Actually, that's exactly what a sociologist does. Silly physicist. For example, a sociologist may see a conversation as the exchange of meaning between two individuals, and a physicist may view it as the movement of air particles through space as a person talks. However, both would take into the context of environment, analyze the situation using the scientific method, and potentially develop a theory to explain and understand what they observed as a recurring trend.
Sociological imagination is the ability to see the connection between larger and social forces and structures in individual life choices and aspects of human behavior. Here, it is represented as a physical object that allows this insight to exist. Look, a kid buying a soda from the vending machine.
I'm a student who is skipping class because my parents lost their jobs in the 2008 financial crisis and they don't have time to monitor their children. Boom! Sociological imagination. Why is everyone looking at me like that?
Gee, I wonder why.
I'm breaking a societal norm and it's making people uncomfortable. Because I'm used to living in a different part of the world, I'm not used to these societal norms. Yet, people in this part of the nation really have a low tolerance for self-expression. Maybe my impression management needs a little work.
I'm a poor kid with terrible table manners. Must be a result of my poor character and low intelligence.
I'm a rich kid with fantastic table manners. Must be because I'm an intelligent and great person.
Actually, I grew up poor and my single mom worked 2 jobs and rarely had time to care for me or teach me table manners.
And I grew up rich. My mom didn't have to work due to our enormous family fortune. My mom stayed home with me, giving me individualized attention every day. Who would have known? My brilliant field of study has nothing to do with your foolish sociology. I'm going to assume you know nothing about metaphysics. The idea investigates objects in their position in space, time, and their properties, and cause and effect. Surely sociologists wouldn't know what to do with those ideas.
Boom! That's where you're wrong! Doctor, you and your other physics buddies may enjoy discussing the hows in metaphysics, but us sociologists want to know the hows and the whys.
The whys? Who cares about the whys?
We do! Do you ever stop to think why people care about metaphysics and why we believe in such things? Sociologists are primarily concerned with human interactions with society. Many people believe in metaphysics and the idea that a rock could have a spirit. Yet others reject this idea. This discrepancy in human behavior is interesting to sociologists. We would be interested in studying this as any aspect of a belief system. Sociologists already study religions and how they are an important part of society, so this would interest them in the same way.
Sociologists may be interested in human relationships, but they would never be interested in gender and sexual orientation because that has a much more biological basis.
Boom! That's where you're wrong. Sociologists are very interested in how someone can be biologically different from their sexual identity. The concept actually is more based in sociology than biology. You see, sex is biological, but gender is completely based on societal conditioning that encourage people to fill their gender roles and behave in a certain way. When gender asymmetry occurs and a person does not express their gender in a way that is culturally accepted, sociologists lead to the study why people behave the way they do and what happens when that role is fulfilled.
Gun violence is such a colossal issue right now, but I don't believe it's a topic sociologists would delve into, considering the only reason people use guns is because they're sadistic cowards.
Boom! While I do agree that gun violence is a horrible issue, there is so much more factual reasoning as to why people use guns to harm others in the first place. Many mass shootings have been done by people suffering from psychopathy, which is a mental condition that causes a person to lack normal social behavior. lack empathy and remorse, and inflict pain on people for pleasure. Everyone cannot control these issues, but that still doesn't give them an excuse. Additionally, the society we live in does not address mental illness properly, and in many cases allows violence like this to exist as a result of improper preventative care.
Okay, point taken. Sociologists do way more than I ever know. I will never forget the power of sociological imagination.
Boom!
Boom!
Boom! That's where you're wrong!